You safe? Are you dry now?
Yes, I'm in the. Yes.
Good, good, good. The birds chirping were nice, but they had to run too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you do for your Sundays then? Do you preach on Sundays, or you are going to start preaching soon?
Well, um, since the whole quarantine has happened and all of that, I also play the keyboards. So, because of the fact of my church really not having church, we just been going live.
Mm-hmm.
I have been filling in at a good friend of mine's church and playing for him and his praise team. So I've been
Oh,
doing that. Now, every once in a while, I'll get a text from my pastor asking me if I could come in and just preach on Sunday morning. So I preached last week and I preached about 2 months ago.
hmm.
And it looks like your date is joining us now.
Okay.
This is Miss Lady RG.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Welcome, Lady RG.
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Good, good, good. Thank you for logging in now. I know that was short notice, but I thank you for that. I appreciate you for that.
Oh, no
Yes,
problem.
thank you, Lady RG.
Thank you.
I guess we can get right to it. You're here. I'm here. Your date is here. Mr. JG, you all want to say your highs to each other?
Hello.
Hello, Queen.
All right. We're going to all...
Nice to meet you.
She said, nice to meet you, Mr. JG.
Very nice to meet you as well.
All right. Always we start with ladies first because that's how it goes. Miss Lady RG, how tall are you?
I am 5 feet tall.
Okay. And do you, what are your views on polygamy?
Good question. I mean, not really a fan. I believe in one person and one person. So.
Okay. And do you believe in astrology, horoscopes?
I wouldn't say I believe in them. They're fun to like watch and follow and just to see, what they say, but I don't like base my life on them.
Okay. And what is your horoscope?
Cancer.
Perfect. And what would you say would be a deal breaker when it comes to relationships?
I would have to say dishonesty.
Okay.
I'm a very honest person, so I would like someone to be honest with me, even if it's not the most wonderful thing to hear. But I do believe in being very honest and open.
All right. And do you have any children?
I do. I have 4 children.
Perfect. And are you a morning or a night person?
I'm a little bit of both. I do wake up early in the morning. I'm usually up by like 5:30. But depending on how the day goes, sometimes I'll be up until like midnight. Sometimes I'll clock out at like 8:30. So I'm a little bit of both.
Okay. And this is my last question for you before I turn it over to my co-host. What is your occupation?
I'm a cardiac nurse.
Perfect.
So I'll jump right in. Have you ever been married?
Yes. I was married for 6.5 years.
Okay. Do you want to get married again, or do you foresee that in your future?
I would love to get married again. I believe marriage is a really good thing if it's the right person. So I'm not tuned off to it, even though I had a bad experience with it the first time. So yeah,
Okay, and how about children? Would you want more children?
I actually can't have any more children. Um,
Okay.
my last daughter. So all four of my kids were C sections. Um, due to complications with my first one, we were in a car accident, which threw me into early labor. So the rest of them were C-section as well, and my last one almost took me out of here. So my doctor made the decision to tie my tubes.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry about
well, I am glad to see you're here,
that.
and God has blessed you to live and see another day, you and your children, and I'm grateful for that for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for fighting and being strong.
Thank you for
Um,
sharing that too.
yes, thank you for sharing that too. That's vulnerability. It takes a lot to actually say that, and thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
So, are you a spiritual person or slash religious person? Do you have a religion or faith you believe in?
Yes. I consider myself a Christian. I read the Bible not daily. Well, I take that back. I do read a verse daily, um, but I'm not like in Bible study mode daily. I do pray, and I have a very strong faith um, life, so a pretty big
Okay.
part of who I am.
Okay, that's beautiful. Have you made any personal vows to yourself when it comes to dating?
Yes. I have told myself that I will not settle for um, anything less than what I know that I deserve because of what I know that I bring to the table. Not saying that I'm picky in the sense that every single thing has to be met, no, but an overall general utilization of a person, I feel like, certain things can be developed in time, but I also know that you can't change people. People change if they want to change. So going into something um, with a person who's set on their beliefs, their ways, things like that. Um, I just know for me, overall, I have certain goals and things that I would like to have in person.
Okay, okay, thank you. So you sound like an amazing woman,
Yes.
and you have to be smart because it takes, I know it's hard to become a nurse, and then to become a cardiac nurse on top of that is even more difficult. So the man who uh, is blessed with you is going to be blessed with a wonderful woman. So
Thank
what,
you.
you're welcome. What would you say is something that a man needs to have when he is considering dating you?
Um, I think knowing that I would be his biggest cheerleader, and not just, rah rah, like you're always right, you're always great. No, in the fact that I will always keep it 100 and honest, and teach things, like I don't know everything, but, when it comes to health and, you know, decision making on certain things, I think I'm a pretty good decision maker now in this part of my life. I think I've gotten more in tune with like my own discernment. So I would never like lead any man in the wrong direction. I would always want to, uplift him and put him in a position to where, he's his greatest.
Wow. So that was my last question to you, but I do want to say that you totally turned that around and showed what you offer because you showed that you're selfless and what you have to offer is a big heart and a lot of love to a man. So I believe you're very selfless and very giving and nurturing and caring. And on top of all the other things that you've accomplished in life, you're just a wonderful person, it sounds like.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Well, Lady RG, after hearing your story, that really touched me because well, I don't, I say because but I experienced some of the same things as far as not being able to have kids. So I can relate to you. Well, I do have one, but I
Wow.
can't have any more because of some of the same reasons that you talked about. So I can sympathize with you and I apologize. But to
Wow.
change
Same for you.
gears,
Thanks.
yeah, and you too, to change gears, when you saw our post about the dating, what made you want to join?
Um, well, I figured, you always think you know what you want. And I mean, I know for me, like I said, I have a lot of goals. I have like things written down and stuff like that and strategize. But I felt like this experience would put me in more of a vulnerable state to maybe open me up to things that I didn't know about myself as far as what I possibly wanted. And then not being able to like physically let it be like a physical attraction based on what I see in a person first. And, getting to meet different people, but not really meet different people. Um, and just the experience alone, like I've tried dating. It's been what, like 5 years since I've dated, and a little timid about getting back out there, but I figure, what the heck? I mean, what is there to lose? So,
Okay, so you felt led to do it because you felt it was a different experience because you weren't actually seeing the person's face, right? And you just were able to
right.
hear. Okay, so
Yeah.
thank you for that. Because I always wonder, why did someone join? So that's a good question. Um,
Mhm.
Another question I want to ask you too, what is your favorite color?
Purple first. I love all shades of purple. It is, I don't know, just one of the most beautiful colors I've ever seen.
Okay,
But secondary is yellow.
okay. Yellow, well, purple first, then yellow. Okay.
Mhm.
So if your significant other was on Facebook or any social media page and there was some women that liked his post or liked his picture and said, "Oh, you're beautiful," and all this stuff, how would you feel about that?
um, I would actually feel pretty good, to know that you're with someone who's attractive. I feel like social media is really one of the biggest things I use for entertainment. I don't take Facebook or Instagram very seriously as far as like the people and comments and things like that, because if I'm with someone, then I'm with them, and I'm not um like intimidated by, other women outside of, whatever we have. So I feel like if I'm with someone, I'm experiencing them, I know them, I can relate, I get to see them daily. So I feel like, you can look and it's awesome and it's nice to know that, you think he's attractive, but I get the best of it because I get to be with them. So
That's right.
Okay. And are you a texter? Do you like to text a lot or do you like to talk on the
if I
phone?
can't talk, I'll text, but I like to talk, yeah.
Okay. And my last question, do you like animals?
I love animals.
Okay.
I don't have any because 4 kids is a lot, but I do like animals.
Okay. I'm sorry, not my last question. Would you relocate?
Ooh, that's a good one. Um, if I was with someone who was a leader and I felt like they could handle all of me and everything that comes with me, which includes my kids and um, them wanting to really have like a family and not, in it for a few years and then you're out of it. And we were married or on that type of road to be married, I probably would.
Okay.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Great answers. I love it. Good person, good heart. I love it.
So I'll
Thanks.
jump right in and ask Mr. JG.
Yes,
You mentioned that you are on a previous date that you are a dean of the district.
yes.
What other things do you do besides being a dean of the district? And can you explain what that is
So
to ladies?
basically, yes. Besides being the dean over the district, I'm also the youth pastor at my church. Also, I am a keyboard player and I also sing as well. Being the dean over the district basically is someone that is over like the Sunday school department over the district. Within our district has about 30 or 40 churches, and any kind of teaching that goes on when we come together, I'm normally the one that they look to get the classes together and pick out the theme for the entire year. I've been the assistant for 3 or 4 years, and just as of last year, I was voted in as the dean, and I was the youngest one to ever get that position.
Congratulations. And
Thank you.
mhm. Would you ever want to be a pastor of, or are your dreams and ambitions to be a pastor of a church, a mega church, or what?
Definitely, when it is God's timing, I definitely have had two different opportunities to be a pastor, and each time I always ask God, if this is where you want me to be, give me a sign. The first time I got sick right before I was supposed to go back for my last one before they were supposed to ask me. And then the time after that, my mother ended up having a stroke
Ooh.
the Wednesday before I was supposed to go back. So I'm thinking in the back of my head, okay, these are both signs from God that this isn't where He wants me at. He still wants me at where I am right now. So I
Okay.
definitely have just whenever it's His timing, that is definitely something that I want.
Okay, how is your mom doing now?
She is about 70%. They basically let us know the old her that we've had, we'll probably never get that back, but she's about 70 to 80%. So she has her
I'm
good
sorry to
days and
hear
bad
that.
days.
And of
Thank
course,
you.
I'll be lifting her up in prayer, of course.
Thank you.
Uh, can you share what the topic of your last message you preached was?
Yes, it was actually on Sunday, and the topic of my last message on Sunday was keep your faith in Christ. Talking about how we sometimes lose our focus and lose our faith because God doesn't come right when Jesus doesn't come right when we want him to. And I talked about the woman with the issue of blood and the man that came to Jesus to ask him to heal his daughter, and how Jesus helped in both situations, and how we just have to keep our faith in Christ throughout anything that we go through.
I
Okay,
received that. I received
I
that.
received it as well. Thank you.
Mhm.
So,
Thank you.
what is your idea of fun? Do you like sports? Do you like comedy? Do you like going traveling? Do you like shopping, cooking? What brings joy to you? What's fun to you?
Fun to me would be anything where I'm able to just kick back, relax, and be myself, where I can just relax, not and playing sports. I love to do that. Watching sports, I love that. Cooking, I love to do that as well. Singing, I love to do that. But exercising, I love to do that as well. But also, my idea of fun would just be being around someone that I love and just being able to spend time with them.
Okay. And if you were dating a woman with children, how would you interact with her children if she was comfortable enough with you to see her children and you were blessed enough to interact with her children? What could you offer those kids?
What I could offer them, as well as their mother, would be someone that is going to be permanently. When I get into a relationship, I don't go in there with the idea of leaving. I go in there with the intentions of staying and working it out through anything and everything that we may go through, and being that mentor to her kids as well, that her kids may need, and just being there for them. Let them know that I will be that support system.
Okay, and this is my last question to you. Then I turn over to my co-host. What is your dress of style? How do you dress?
Man, normally because I'm always somewhere in somebody's search, you will see me in a button down, some dress slacks, and maybe a sports coat and dress shoes. But what I love more than anything is to be in basketball shorts and a t-shirt. When I can do that, I am at peace. All is right with the world at that point.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. JG. Well, thank you again for everything that you're doing. If you can change something about yourself, what would you change? Or is there
Some,
something?
something that I would change that I really didn't know I was dealing with until this quarantine is slowing down and smelling the roses. So stop being on the go so much and actually slow down and actually enjoy where I'm at right now. Not to be comfortable with it, but enjoy where I'm at because I'm one of those that is a go getter. I don't enjoy level one because I'm already trying to figure out how to get to level three.
Okay,
Hmm.
I like that answer. So, if you could build something, house, anything, what would you build? A career, anything. If you could build something, what would you build?
But I would build is a relationship. I would build that with the person that I'm with, and how I would build it would be with love, with prayer, with affection, with time, and being my woman's peace in every situation that she goes through. Letting her know that she has her biggest cheerleader and letting her know that I'm there through anything and everything.
I like that answer. Now, with that being said, if that relationship that you would like to build, what would be the first thing of your relationship that you would want you and your partner to center your relationship around or be the head of your relationship, rather?
First thing first, you gotta put God at the head and then everything else will fall into place. Because if God is at the head, then you can't help but to be successful.
Okay. Another question for you. What was your reason of why you decided to join the connection when you saw our post? What made you say, you know what? Let me get involved in this. What was the reason?
The idea that it was different, the fact that I'm not getting to see the person's face, all I can't go by the physical. I can only go by the connection that we have. I cannot go by like the physical. I can only go by like what they are saying to me. And sometimes we can get so caught up in the physical that somebody could be everything that you really need. And just
Hmm.
because they don't have one physical trait that you want, you automatically tune them out when you first meet them. So the fact that I'm having to sit back and actually get to know this person without even getting to see them is what caught my
Okay.
eye.
So, how long do you think you can go? Like, how many months do you think you can go without actually seeing that person until you decide, okay, this might be the person I can move into a relationship with?
For me, if I'm really feeling this person, if like the connection is great and the vibe is amazing, within 2 months, I'm going to visit that person.
Okay. And my last question, would you relocate if you had
Most
to?
definitely. Most definitely.
Well, thank you for allowing me and us to ask those questions, and I'll turn it over to Moy. I believe so, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. JG, how do you think the bills should be when in a relationship? Do you think it should be the man should provide everything? He should split it 50-50 with his woman? How do you think that should go?
Well, I'm from the belief that the man is the head of the household. First off, it's God, but then the man is supposed to be the provider for that household.
Mhm.
So my thinking on it is I ought to be able to support my family and by any means necessary. Now, if by any means, if my wife wants to help, then she can. But I'm not going to ask her for it. I'm going to go in there with the intentions of doing it with the help of God and doing it by any means necessary.
Okay. And Miss Lady RG has 4 children. Um, how many children, I guess, would you be willing to date? How many would, if a woman, how many, what am I trying to say? Somebody help me.
What's
How
the
many
maximum
children?
number of children you
There
would
you
Right.
date? I did it too.
Right.
that's the
How
question.
many? What is the maximum? What is my cutoff number for a woman? How many kids can she have? Is
So you
basically
are
what
smart,
you're
okay?
asking. I got you. I got you. For
Okay.
me, I don't look at how many kids that she has because I believe that children are a blessing. Now, what I believe in is if the connection is on point and the vibe is on point, then she could have 20 kids. If the
All
vibe is
right.
on point, then I'm gonna date her. She could have 100 kids. If the vibe is on point, I'm gonna date her and look
That's
at
so
into
sweet.
marrying her.
That is absolutely wonderful and
That's
sweet.
I like it.
Now tell me, how would you be able to lead a family that it's already made?
Well, number one, I would be that strong male force in their life. I would be that prayer warrior over my house, making sure that my family is covered by any means necessary, by making sure that every morning when I wake up, I go into every room and pray over my family and making sure that they are taken care of physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
I love it. That sounds like music to my ears. I don't know about you, Miss Lady RG, but it sounds like music to my ears. But it's not about me. So,
That's
anyway,
true.
so Mr. JG, would you be willing to adopt children?
Most definitely, that is always something that I wanted to do is adopt because I believe that there are a lot of kids in this world that need love. That sometimes people, the way I look at it is anybody can give birth, but
Hmm.
it takes a real person to step in and be a parent.
Yes.
That's
Now,
beautiful.
what about a surrogate? Would you be willing to have a surrogate if you wanted one?
Most definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
All right. And what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is anything Italian. Italian pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, you name it. Anything spicy, I love it.
Okay.
Mm.
And what have you found lately during dating? You know, you meet a woman and then it's not successful. What have you found during dating lately that has caused unsuccessful relationships or dating?
For me, one thing that I have found that has caused unsuccessful dating and relationships is that the person that I was with was only wasn't with me for me. They was with me for the what came with me. They was with it for the title and the popularity or the acclaim that they could get from being with me.
Hmm.
I love it.
And my thing is, I'm not. If you're not with me for me, then you don't deserve me.
I agree.
I can see that. So you're in a church, and a lot of the church women wanted you because you had a title within the church, and I can see
Exactly,
how they can want you
exactly,
and not just the title. I can see that.
exactly.
Definitely understand you with that one. Now, how are you with children?
Well, with me being a youth pastor, I am great with kids. I have fun with them. I can cut up with them, and I can also be one that instructs them in different ways. Like I'll give an example. A couple of weeks ago, a couple of our youth group advisors, because we haven't really been able to be in church, we have decided that we wanted to do like a little scavenger hunt at the kids' house where we can see the kids, and of course we social distance, had our mask on and all of that. The last house that we went to, when we gave them a prize bag, in the prize bag it had a silly string. Well, as soon as the photo was taken, let me just say that I got jumped by two kids with the silly string. They literally attacked me with that silly string. There's a video circulating around right now with
No.
me getting jumped by silly string.
Um,
So,
Oh,
but my
wow.
thing is, if the kids have fun, I was all for it.
that's
So if that's
good.
what it took for the kids to have fun, hey, I'm cool with it.
That is good. And this is my
Aw.
last question. It's Lady RG's birthday. Not today, just saying hypothetically. It's Lady RG's birthday and you want to be romantic to her. What are ways that you can be romantic to her on her birthday?
Well, first off, I would start it off with in the morning, she would wake up to roses on the bed, which would say, with the card inside the roses, that would say, "This is just part one of your birthday gift. Trust and believe me, your birthday is every day to me because every day that you are around me, I feel like it is a gift from God. So, what I want to do is, I want to show you today how much you mean to me." As she went to her job, as soon as she got to her job, there would be candy sitting right at her desk that I have already had delivered to her job waiting on her. As she went through her shift at work, there would be some balloons that was delivered to her job. When she got home, there would be a note on the door that says, "Go directly to the room. There's a surprise waiting for you there." There would be a brand new dress that she has already showed me that she wanted, already laying on the bed with the heels and the accessories to match. And in the note inside the box, it would say, "Meet me downstairs in an hour. We are going out to dinner." And when we got to dinner, it would be surrounded by her family, friends, all of our loved ones. And we would just have a great time celebrating her, which every day should be a celebration of her.
Mhm.
I
Aw.
don't know about you, Miss Lady RG, but that sounded like he wanted to make you feel like
That is amazing.
that was
I
really
know. You
that
had
was
your
really
eyes
sweet
closed,
status.
didn't you?
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
That is really treating like a queen. I don't know about you, but that was actually one of the best answers I ever got from that. I've asked other
Mhm.
people, and that was actually one of the best. You really set it up.
Right.
The play by play, yeah, detail, very detailed.
I was
Gave us
Laid
the
it
actually
on
juice.
you.
imagining her walking down, and I was like, I want to see it too when it
Mm,
happens.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was
It was
beautiful.
beautiful. I saw it too. I
Well,
saw it
I
on
will
the
make sure
Yeah.
stage.
that we record it and make sure that we send it to you
Wow.
all.
That
Oh,
wow.
that's
That,
so sweet.
wow.
Yes, that's
I
beautiful.
love it. Now, that was very fun. Thank you for answering our questions, the both of you. That was really fun. Now, you two get a chance to ask each other two questions. We're going to start off with ladies first. Miss Lady RG, do you have two questions that you would like to ask Mr. R,
JG,
Mr. G?
JG.
Yes.
Yes.
um, Mr. JG. So you say that you like Italian food. Um, are you or do you know your way around the kitchen, or are you more of like a order out, takeout kind of person?
Now, I definitely know my way around the kitchen, and it depends on the day. Like, if it's been a rough day at work, I'm one quick to call in takeout and order it. But I'm also one that will cook when necessary.
Okay. My second question. So let's say you had a long day at work or a long day, dealing with kids and things like that. And you came home and I was in like a playful mood because I have those moods sometimes where I'm like kind of playful. And let's say I left a bucket of water balloons at the front door, and you got hit with one out of nowhere. How would you finish the rest of that moment?
So what I would say is, oh, it's time for war. I would literally pick up three balloons and throw them.
Nice.
That's
All
a
right.
good
It sounds
question.
like
Yeah, that was cute. That was
I've
cute.
never met you myself, Mr. JG, but I can already tell that you have a jovial spirit about you. I can't even imagine you saying, "Who hit me with that?" You know, go to bed. I can't imagine you saying nothing like that. I just imagine you
No.
playing along.
And
Uh,
Lady RG, that was a very fun and interesting question. That
it was
just takes you to like it can pull out someone's personality.
definitely,
Right.
definitely.
Definitely.
Right.
All right, and Mr. JG, do you have two questions you would like to ask Miss Lady RG?
Definitely. So my questions to you, Miss Lady RG, is do you like to cook? And if so, what is your favorite food to cook?
I love to cook. I'm actually going to try a new recipe when I get off the phone. um, but I don't know. I kind of like to try anything. I like Mexican food. I like Italian food. I love seafood. Um, I am the type where if I see like a recipe on Pinterest or something and it doesn't look like I'll be in the kitchen for 8 hours making it, I will definitely try it. Um, and if I'm pretty good at it, then I'll definitely cook it again. So, yes, cooking is like therapy for me. So, I do it often.
Okay. Okay. And my last question for you. It is my birthday, and it's my first birthday that you and I are together. How would you make sure that I felt special on that day?
Well, I don't know if I can top your birthday, but I would say I would definitely make sure whatever we're doing, you're in basketball shorts and a t-shirt.
Okay,
Um,
okay, okay.
I would say personally, because birthdays are huge for me in my house. I love birthdays, and I
Hmm.
think that they're very special and they're very intimate. So I would say I would give you like a whole day of just pampering for you. So whatever it is that you wanted to do, whether it was like barbecuing or something that you wanted to get done that you really wanted to get done, clearing out a whole day for just you. So, you wouldn't have to cook anything. I would attempt to barbecue. I'm not very good at it, but I would definitely try. You wouldn't have to drive for the day. Basically, you not having to lift a finger to do anything on your birthday, being treated like a king on your birthday.
Wow.
Wow, wow.
That was
Beautiful.
pretty good. That was
I
awesome.
mean, I'm blown away by Lady RG. I
I'm
just
blown away by
Mm.
just
Right.
the kind of hearts that you have and the kindness that you guys have. That really sounds like a good match to me. But what do I know? It's what you guys want. But
Right.
that was fun getting to know you all and getting to talk to you too. You two actually made this comfortable for us also because you're so down to earth and so easy to talk to. The both of you are. But unfortunately, we have to end now, and it's always fun. This is it for you, Mr. JG. You can let
Do I
Paulina.
need to
Yeah.
stay on to let y'all know my
Oh
top
no,
two,
No,
or
no.
no,
just
you
let
can
me talk?
tell Mr. I mean, Mr. You can tell Paulina. You can tell Paulina your top two choices, and then Miss Lady RG, I ask that you stay on the phone because we have another one for you right after him. Other
Okay.
Okay.
than that, we will be in touch with you, Mr. JG. And it was fun. You're such a caring person, and you deserve an awesome woman. And I know that she will be an awesome pick for you, whoever she is. And I hope that you have very good success If it's not with us, hopefully, hope you will have good success in the dating process.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. JG. Did you all have any pleasantries to exchange to one another before we let you go, Mr. JG?
Definitely, it was definitely fun getting to know you. You definitely made this an hard process for me to take down my top two now. So I thought I had an idea of who I wanted in my top two. Now you made it a little harder. So, but that's a good
Oh,
thing. But got me a lot to think about. So I appreciate that. And definitely, you are a great woman and a great queen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
so sweet.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you, Mr. J. I'm sorry, Lady RG.
No, it's okay. Same for you, Mr. JG. You were a lot of fun, and listening to your answers got my imagination going, so that was really good. Um, but I do hope that you have a good rest of your weekend. Stay safe, and hopefully, I'll get to talk to you again.
Definitely. Hopefully.
Wow.
Thank
Wow. Wow.
you.
You have a nice night, Mr. JG.
Yes. Have a
All
great
right. You are
evening.
too.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You
All right.
too.
Bye.
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 All right, Miss Lady RG, your next date, which is going to be Mr. NH. He said he is logging on now. So uh,
All right.
it was 8 o'clock. We were obviously still in our meeting. So
Right.
hopefully he will be with us shortly.
Okay.
And after Mr. NH, you have one more date, and that is next week. He said that he wanted to go next week with his dates. So after that, then you can tell me your top two choices that you would like to move on the stage to with, and that is, not until after next week.
Okay.
So here is Mr. NH now, and I'll go ahead and admit him in.
All right.
Mr. NH, you're not able to change your profile picture.
Nah, I think it's done by Google. My Google email is linked up to my Zoom account, and I just
Okay.
put up the old picture, so I don't even know how to go change it.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
my
All
bad.
right.
pretty far back. It's not like zoomed in close.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Maybe this is different from my screen.
Yeah, I took that picture in the Bahamas, so I had to
That
make
is
it.
totally okay. Thank you for joining us, Mr. NH. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, good, good.
All right, we have your date here with us, Miss Lady RG. You want to say hi to Miss Lady RG?
Hey, Miss Lady RG.
Hello, Mr. NH. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Now, I don't want to skew your perspective of Lady RG, but she is phenomenal. So I'll just give you credit for
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
that.
All right, we'll go ahead and start off with the questions. I'll start with Lady RG first. Lady RG, your friend saw Mr. NH at a bar with a woman who he told you before was his friend, but your friend said that they looked a little bit cozy, more than friends. Um, what would be your next step if your friend came to you and told you that?
I would tell her I appreciate her looking out for me, but I would probably have to take it up with him, and figure out the bottom line of who this woman is and the significance that she really plays in his life. I don't really do the whole messy thing like with friends and stuff like that because I know that can get pretty messy. But like I said, I would definitely appreciate her concern and I would address it with him.
All right. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how important are your mate's looks to you?
Um, I would say they're about an 8. They don't have to be like genuine, like the artist genuine.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought.
heart and mind person. So looks about an 8 out of 10.
Okay. And do you have any insecurities within yourself?
I um, but
If
I
you
try to like
if
keep
you
those
don't mind sharing.
within. Sure. I would have to say, for one, I'm short. So I would like to be a little bit taller, but I mean, I'm comfortable in who I am. Um, but I guess I don't really see what other people see. Like when because I see myself every day. So I don't see what other people see when they see me, if that makes sense.
I
It
get
does. I got you.
I get it. Um,
Okay.
sometimes I wish the same thing. What do people see when they see me? I wish. So what?
Right.
Yeah, it's like yeah. But what? Do you have trust issues?
No, not at all. I yeah, I give people, you know, the benefit of the doubt or, trust them until they break my trust.
Got it. Got it. And what qualities do you look for in a man?
I look for um, a strong mental person, meaning that they are able to make hard decisions or that they're smart, not someone that's easily walked over, um, someone that's not easily played, a leader, um, someone who can stimulate my brain and teach me things and not just want to, be with me because of my physical look or their own, personal needs right away.
I get it. And this will be my final question. Do you have any children?
Yes, I
Uh,
have four.
all right. And then I'll turn it over to my co-host.
Okay, Lady RG, thank you for sharing those answers. So you're a cardiac nurse, and when you're not caring for other people or saving lives, what do you like to wear outside of the scrubs?
I like leggings, flip flops. I wear heels when I go out. I like comfy jeans. Like I have this pair 3 years. They're like stretchy denim, and they are the most comfortable jeans ever. And I like to wear those. I like nice blouses. I can, like, if I go to a sporting event or something, you'll find me in like a football jersey, dress down kind of thing. I like to be comfy but cute.
Oh, okay. And you say you wear sporty clothes to sporting events. Do you have like a favorite sport?
Football is my favorite sport. I love football.
Okay. And who's your favorite team, or what's your favorite team?
I used to have a favorite team. It used to be the Raptors. Or not the Raptors, the Ravens. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about basketball. But I don't really have a favorite football team anymore, only because the game of football has changed so much that it's not even the same like it used to be. Aside from like the whole like concussion thing, is just
Yeah.
the game of football now is so political and it's not like how it used to be. And so I kind of just like to watch a good game, see some good plays, some good tackles, and, a score where it's not like a blowout, but where they're like really fighting to, beat the other team.
I definitely understand and respect that, definitely. So, Lady RG, what is your idea of fun? Or when's the last time you played a prank on someone? So scratch the first question. When's the last time you played a prank on someone, if you have ever?
I play pranks on my kids all the time. um, they never ever know when it's coming. So I would say, let me see, did I get them good last week? I think I got them last week. Just, yeah, I came home early. They definitely weren't expecting me to come home early from work. And they thought that, I was coming home like 2 hours later. Like, you know what? We got to clean this house. I got into like mommy bully mode, and they don't like mommy bully mode. And so I come in and I'm like, we're doing X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you got 15 minutes to get it done. And I'm like, oh, and put some clothes on before you even start, doing whatever you're doing. So they get like halfway into cleaning and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to get ice cream. Let's go. So they completely didn't expect it. And, because I rarely get days where I get to get off early. And so we went and had some ice cream and, just enjoyed, some time. So it was good.
Oh, that sounds fun. You made them think that they had to clean up and to get them some
Right.
clothes and go for ice cream.
Right.
That was very nice. Sweet mommy.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
So, what can someone offer you to lighten your load, to just bring some type of something different to you, to relieve some pressure?
I'd say be my peace. Um, my days are very hectic sometimes. Sometimes I don't get nice patients or good patients, or the doctors are, stressed out or whatever. Um, so some days I come home from work and I am like mentally drained, physically drained, all of it. Um, so someone who could, you know, lift my spirit or lighten the load as far as like after a long day of work, whether it be, being able to read my vibe and know like, okay, she could probably use a meal, or, you know, a hot shower or, just a small gesture showing that you can really understand or put yourself in my shoes at that moment.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Lady RG. Qualita.
Thank you.
Lady RG, thank you. You've already shared a lot with us, which I do appreciate, and thank you for all the good things. Well, could you tell me something that you would change about yourself, or is there something you would change about yourself if you could?
I guess
I
outside of
think
your
it
height.
I think if I could change one thing, it would have to be learning how to be more um, non-independent, not completely, but being able to like let that independence guard down just a little bit,
Okay.
um, to be able to allow a man to be that person that I like call on or need, so to speak, because I've had to be independent and strong for the last 6 years. So I've really built up a lot of um, the ability to like fix problems or whatever, if I can't fix it, I'll call somebody to fix it, and pay for it. But being able to, let a man be a man in my life and play that role of, needing him, but not like fully needing, like being needy, but needing him to, the point where he's the man, let him being that man role and, you know, submitting to that, I guess you could say.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. And if you had an opportunity to rent or own your home, what would you do? What would your choice be and why?
I would say own. Right now
Mm,
I rent a condo and I would love to own my own. Um, Only because, at least if I want to do, knock out a wall and put something else there, I have that ability to do it versus, having to get approval from someone else and then knowing that it's mine and I can leave it, for my kids in the future.
and one of my last questions, what are your hobbies? or do you have a partner?
I love to travel. I love arts and crafts. Um, and not like, glue stickers and stuff, but like actual like interior decorating, revamping things and making them look new again. I enjoy reading and cooking.
Okay. And is there something else you would like Mr. NH to know about you? Something that sticks out?
I'm a my personality is huge. I have a very big personality. I think it's because I'm short that my personality is so big. But I love life. Like I love to have fun. I like to try new things. So I'm big on just living life and living it to the fullest and being happy while doing it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that. So, Mr. NH, how do you show a woman it's okay to let her guard down around you?
Oh well, excuse me. Well, I believe that I would show a woman she could let her guard down around me by just making her feel comfortable, putting her in a position where she could just be her, where she could just, she don't have to, hide or try to hold back anything. I would try my best to make her comfortable as possible. Like I said, where she could be herself, she can talk about anything, she can be silly, be goofy, be just laughing at herself. If she want to do that, that's fine. This just, that's just how I would do it. I would definitely make the environment, comfortable for her.
Okay. Um, have you or will you ever be dependable for Lady RG to call you in the middle of the night if her tire goes out? Can she call you and you'll be the first one to come there and fix her tire or get someone to fix it or whatever you have to do? You'll be there for her.
Oh,
Can you see yourself as doing that?
oh yeah, most definitely. I believe, being there for that person. Most definitely, I get up, get some shoes on. I'm doing 100 on the freeway. I'm coming.
Okay. Are you romantic? Can you like give us a guide on what is romantic to you, or have you ever been a romantic person?
Oh, well, I consider myself very romantic. One example is, and I have done this in, real life, real time, is when she gets off work, I would lay rose petals on the floor and kind of lead them to the bedroom, you know, uh, have candles lit, have a hot bath ready, bath water ready for her and put petals in there. I have dinner on the table too, whatever she wants to do, she can do it first. Um,
Okay.
yeah, most definitely have incense going too. I have all the music playing, Raymond Night or whatever. I would just have all that. I would set the mood. I've actually done that many times. I'm a very romantic person.
Okay. Is there anything you can admit to that is an actual flaw you
Um, I think an actual flaw that I have, I overthink some things sometimes. I say that sometimes. Sometimes I do things and I'm like, okay, I think I'm doing too much, so I have to kind of backtrack on my steps and kind of rethink some things, like say for instance, if she needs something done, and I'm doing this, doing that, doing this and that, I'll overthink and do everything but that thing she actually asked me to do. And I'll be like, oh snap, I forgot. That's
have?
just how I am. One flaw.
Okay. So, what's your idea of fun? What brings you joy or happiness? What's fun to you?
Spending time with my baby, that's what it is. But nah, I would say mostly going on a cruise, going on dates, if not a cruise, going on a date. Going to picnic, walks on the beach, walks in the parks, or just simply, riding around till we can't ride no more. Driving to somewhere we ain't never been before. That's my idea of fun.
Okay. So, would you prefer going to a sporting event, an art exhibit, a cruise, or a comedy show?
Well, I would say a cruise. I would say a cruise. I'm definitely top flight on that cruise. Definitely.
Okay. And my last question to you is, what are you looking for now?
What you mean, like as far as woman?
Well, what's your top priority in life of what you want to achieve? What's number one on your
Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, well, my top priority in life is to achieve entrepreneurship. I want to get to a point where I don't ever have to punch in the clock anymore. That's where I want to get to, And let's say, for instance, if God willing, me and our lady RG was together. I would want her to be chilling at home with me too. So I would tell her, baby, you come off your job. I got you. You got plenty of money. You got plenty of time too. If you want to come off your job and if you want to, work, that's cool too. But I'm just giving you an opportunity. You don't have to keep working if you don't want to. But that's just my perfect idea. Just spending time with family. Just chilling out at home. Watching the kids play in the backyard while me and my girl chilling the poolside, sipping on wine or something.
So I guess this is my last question then. So you wouldn't mind providing full support financially to a woman?
Oh yes, man. I would definitely provide full support to my woman with financial wise and bills. I don't want her to worry about anything like bills, money, where we're gonna get this, what's gonna be our next plan, how we're gonna get food. I don't want her to worry about none of that because I want to have all that taken care of already.
Okay. All right.
All right, Mr. NH, I'll go ahead and start with my round of questions. What would you say is the most attractive feature on a woman?
Well, I would say, man, most definitely, it might be a little weird, it might sound weird, but I believe her hands and her feet.
Okay.
Yeah, manicures and pedicures is perfect for me.
It's perfect. Have you ever admitted when you were wrong in a relationship?
Yeah, I have admitted when I was wrong. I believe in talking out stuff. I don't believe in just keeping stuff in and hiding it and trying to, well, she gonna have to figure it out. I would sit down and I would talk to her about it. Be like, hey, look, I admit this, admit that, uh, definitely apologize. I'm gonna try my best not to do it again. And I would definitely be something I work on in the future. And not only will I just say it, but I would show her that I'm working on it too.
All right. Hypothetically speaking, it's Lady RG's birthday, and you want to show her a romantic time. Set it up for us. But how can you show Miss Lady RG a romantic time on her birthday?
All right, cool. Friday night. All right, cool. It's 8 o'clock at night. No, wait. Let me rewind. It's what, 5 o'clock? Let's say she at work, right? Okay, cool. Now she get off work. She come home. I send her a text message. I be like, hey, look, when you get home, don't hop in the shower, go to whatever, what have you. Then, she might be like, well, why? What's going on? I say, well, just go hop in the shower, the tub, whatever. I'll show you. And so she'll do that, right? So I have like maybe an outfit laid out for her, whatever, getting ready to go. And then she'd be like, what's going on? What you doing? What you doing? I'm like, okay, just get dressed. So she get dressed, we get in the car. I'm driving to this out of state, not out of state, but to a restaurant or whatever. Nice little fancy restaurant, 5-star restaurant, the food is almost maybe $100. Most expensive place, everything else, right? Okay. So I would have that whole restaurant set just for me and her. And nobody else have our own little section, just over there in the corner, in a nice little area. So, she'd be like, well, why are you taking me out for? Just pretend like I forget about her birthday. I just forget, just figure we get out, do whatever. So then cool, right? I already talked to the people, so they know what's going on when we get there. All right, cool. It's her birthday. We finna do it big for her. So so what they do next is they say, okay, cool. Hey, Mr. Houston, you got a phone call. Okay, cool. I get up, I go to take this phone call. They come back. They bring her what is that, some cake and just the whole 9 yards. They doing everything, playing music for her, and she's like, what in the world's going on? And I ain't there yet now. So I come back, right? All right, cool. They just sitting there and they sing it to her and happy birthday and things like that. And I come back and she's like, wow, wasn't really expecting all this was going on. Then after that, okay, cool. We get some wine. So in the little wine glass, I pour the wine in there, right? All right, cool. You see something down in the bottom of the wine, shining, sparkling, silver or whatever. So I pull it out. Boom, there you go. I get on one knee. I'll pop the question, pull out that ring, and I say, Lady RG. Now, I've been thinking about this for a real long time. I've been knowing you for a long time, too. I feel like I want to keep knowing you forever. And I pop that question, will you marry me? Boom, that's it. Perfect birthday.
Wow.
Okay, well, you really let me know of your romantic side. That is really that you set it up.
You painted a picture there.
You
Yes.
That
set
was
Yeah, I
it
know. I'm
beautiful.
still working on it, though. So,
Okay, well, more today. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Would you adopt children?
would I adopt children? Yeah, I actually would. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I would. I believe in that. I believe in that very strong.
All right. And what are your views on having a surrogate?
Surrogate. Never had it before, but I would say that I would say it's pretty cool. I mean, for a woman to do that, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to do that as well. I believe that it's not easy for everybody to do that, and a lot of women can't do that because they can't carry a child. But I think for those who do it, I think they're like the real heroes because they are sacrificing and possibly putting their own lives in danger to carry the child for another person.
All right. And have you ever been married?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
All right. So I guess that you're divorced now.
Yep, halfway the rules.
All right. And what was if you don't mind sharing, what was the reason for the divorce?
Well, well, the reason for the divorce was adultery on her part, um, and also having a child out of the adultery, and me finding out some years later that it wasn't my child because she hid it so well. That is the main reason for the divorce that I got.
All right. And this is my final question before I turn it over to my co-host. How tall are you?
I am a staggering height of 5'11".
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, thank you for that and those great answers. Are you, Mr. NH, are you the type to like to play games like video games or board
Well,
games?
I know it's just a little kid inside me, and me being, up in age like that. I love video games. I play them all day if I have to. But I ain't gonna say I'm so deep into them where I ignore everything else and ignore reality, ignore my girl, ignore my queen. I never do that. But I am into. I do play a little some video games. It help eases my mind.
All right. And do you like animals?
Do I like animals? Not really. I like animals like dogs, and that's about it, really. But anything else like snakes and monkeys and all this other whatever. I don't do lions and bears and stuff. Cats, I don't like cats either. So
You
I
don't
do
like
dogs.
cats.
No,
Okay.
I don't like.
So, what season do you like?
Season.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I would say the season that I love is probably spring and fall. I think are my two favorite seasons. Well, my one season is spring. So, mhm.
Spring. Okay. And what would you say about a person if they weren't giving you eye contact in a conversation?
You said if they are giving me eye contact.
They're not. They're not
Oh,
giving
they're
you
not.
eye contact.
Well, I would say that person is, and I've had this happen, to me too. Um, I would say they're either lying or they're hiding something or they're uh too maybe nervous or too shy to tell me or too, you know, what they call it. There's something ain't right with them. I'll say that. It's just they're keeping something from me that they don't want me to find out, basically.
Okay. And my last question, when you saw our post about the dating um, connection, why did you decide to join?
Well, because I've been knowing Miss Moya for a long time, and what I think her and the people and around her sister and everything is doing is wonderful. It's great. I love it. I'm going to support it 110%, and also because I'm ready to find the love of my life.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Right. Awesome.
Well, thank you. Well, that's
So,
beautiful.
Lady RG, do you have two questions for Mr. NH?
Yes. So sorry to hear about your divorce. Um, that same thing happened to me, just role flipped. But how long did you take to get back to knowing who you were, or getting over the heartache from the marriage?
Oh well, yeah, that's a good question. Well, it didn't take very long because I don't believe in holding grudges. I don't believe in holding on to resentment because of anything that's going to cut your life even shorter. And so, hatred and all that. I don't. I had that for like I would say the most for like maybe 2 or 3 months that I kind of resented, hated, had all this anger and stuff in me. But after that, for about 6 months, I think to about a year, I think it didn't take long for me to get over her, and I immediately got over it quickly. And and then I just found myself again. I was praying and reading the Word and just going to church and what have you, and everything. And I was just and God just put me back together. He was at the same time putting the pieces of my heart back together again. And so yeah, it didn't take very long. It didn't take very long. So I'll say about a good year and a half.
Okay. So my second question is, I've never been on a cruise. Now I travel, but I've never been on a cruise. How would you make my first cruise experience with you a memorable one?
Oh, okay. Well, can I put you in the position of you're my girlfriend, right? And we've been dating for a long time, right? Okay. I'm gonna do this another
Mm-hmm.
way too, just to catch this. All right. We're on a cruise, right? All right. We just getting on here, and everything. I tell you, what, a cruise like the most memorable experience you're gonna have in your life. When you get on one, you're gonna be addicted for life. That's all you're gonna ever think about is cruising. And so, um, so I mean, we get on a cruise, right? We in there and what have you, man. And we just walking around, we looking at the stars at night because ain't no lights out there, so it's pitch black dark. Excuse me. And it's just pitch black dark. They got like 30 restaurants on the cruise. And so we go to like one of our favorite, like one of my favorites. And I show you what it is. Okay, cool. The steak and lobsters and cocktails, shrimp cocktails all over the place. So I'm just doing that with you, right? So we sit down and what have you, and walking on the balcony, check out the room, take it to the spa. I mean, massaging you, and they're free massages too. And I'm gonna take you all over. You're gonna experience that whole ship from top to bottom, left to right, inside and out. And make sure you're gonna have fun with that too. Take you on the rides, and you're gonna go on the water slides. And I can't swim, so if you go in the pool, you're gonna be kind of on your own on that one. But and so so we're just gonna do that, and I'm gonna make that as memorable as I can. And so but like if we've been like dating for a long time though, I would definitely have the captain set off some fireworks and have me and you standing in the balcony. Then I propose to you. You
Nice.
Wow.
yeah. So
All right. And Mr. NH, do you have two questions for Miss Lady RG?
yeah, it's just two simple questions. I ain't gonna go in depth in that. How old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking? Can I ask that question? Yeah, how old are
Mhm.
Sure. So I have two boys and two girls.
you?
My boys are 13 and 9, and my daughters are 10 and 7.
Okay. All right, cool. And my next question, simple question. How tall are you?
5 feet.
Oh, okay. Excellent. All right, cool. That's all I got.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I think
So
there was
you,
three questions. One, I'm sorry, my bad. I just thought
no,
about it.
it's okay.
You said you had a third question?
No, okay. I thought I asked three questions. I forgot. I
Oh,
mean,
you
the
can
first one
ask
I started,
another
so
one
I'm
if you
sorry.
like.
You know.
You can ask another one, but that
No,
just.
you're good.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good. You
All
All
I
right.
right.
know he just. Oh, I'm.
Okay. Well, I guess
I'm.
that will be it then. And this was actually fun as always. Lady RG, it was fun getting to know you. You have one more date, Lady RG, and then you can tell me your top two picks that you would like to choose. Mr. NH, this was it for you for your dating round. So you can tell me after we get off, or if you need to wait some time, but not now. Don't tell me now.
I
But
got
you
you.
can send me in the second messenger who you have for your top two picks.
Okay.
Move on to stage two. Stage two is when we're gonna start being fun. All right. This was fun.
Cool.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But
we've been
stage two,
fun.
about to turn up. We're gonna be lit.
Yeah.
I really don't even talk like that. But we are about to have a lot of fun. I really we're about to have a lot of fun. My son would probably call me lame. Well, he don't say that word. But anyway, as I digress, we're about to have a lot of fun in stage two. So I'm looking forward to it and looking forward to more fun in this. This is actually real good.
Yes,
Um,
again, it's been so wonderful getting to know you both, Lady RG, once again. I'm always going to call you exceptional and phenomenal just because you are.
yes,
And Mr.
Oh,
NH,
thank
you're a
you.
wonderful guy as well.
yes.
So,
No, I appreciate it.
Right.
Appreciate it.
yes, yes,
Well,
yes.
thank you. You all were great. Loads of fun. Loads of
Yes,
fun.
yes. Lots of fun, lots of fun. So we look forward to the next time we speak to you all. There'll be in different capacities. We'll be on either round two or in the last date for someone. So it's gonna be fun. Yes, the last date of
Okay.
Cool.
round one. I'm sorry, not the last date altogether.
All right. Cool. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
So
All right.
yeah, so you all have plans for the evening. What's your plans? I guess, and that can be our finals goodbye after you all say the plan.
I'm actually about to try a new recipe, so I am
Right,
headed to the kitchen.
right.
What are
You
you?
did
What
say
is it?
that.
What is
Wow.
like? What food is it gonna be for? Chicken, steak? Uh,
um, so I'm making steak tacos, which I've done before, but I'm actually trying for the first time making queso dip. So with
oh,
them,
okay.
Mm. I
Paulita, you
love
make
yeah.
a nice
queso.
queso
So
dip, don't you, Paulita?
Mm-hmm. That's fun
Yeah,
to make. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's right. I remember she said she liked to cook. So
yeah.
Mm.
that's definitely number one for me. Because it says that in the Bible of Nicholas Houston that a way to a man's heart is the food, of course. And so yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You got an A plus on that one.
That's so
Okay,
funny.
okay.
And
All
Mr. NH, yeah, Mr. NH, what are you gonna be doing tonight?
Um, man, let's see. I just got our band rehearsal, and I run two businesses now. I had one, but now I got two. So I'm just gonna sit down, kind of strategize, see what I can do to spread this business around a little bit more. Then after that, I'm gonna cook me a little something, and I guess go to bed.
yeah.
Get ready for the next one. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you all can say your exchange your pleasantries if you like before we go.
Okay, yeah. Well, Lady RG, it's really nice to talk to you, and I hope that in the future, sometime, if God willing, we'll be able to talk again.
Sounds good. Same for you. I hope you have a good evening and you get to not strategize too hard, but you get to,
Oh,
relax while you're doing it.
well, I appreciate that.
All right, you
All
guys.
right. Well, thank you all for joining us. This was again wonderful, amazing. Just I love hearing about you all. Y'all people just do so many wonderful things you just love hearing about. So we're out here doing great things. We are.
Yes.
All right,
Well,
cool.
thank
I
you guys
appreciate that.
so much for having me.
Thank you. I appreciate
Fun.
you guys for trusting us through this process.
Yes,
All
yes.
right, for sure, for sure.
And thank you. We'll be in touch with both of you. Also, have a good night.
All right. Good
All
night.
right,
Goodbye.
you too. Thank you. Bye
Bye.
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 Uh, you two, can you all stay on?
Yes,
We
of
still
course.
on YouTube.
Yes.
Uh, I'm gonna end it. Thank you, YouTube. Be sweet. Be kind.
Yes, thank you all for watching. This was, I think, the 7th night of our date night. We're going to be heading into round 2 soon. I think we have just a few more dates in round 1. And let me tell you all, the people are just amazing. And we think
Fun.
there's great matches, fireworks. We've been hearing fireworks like a lot.
A
So,
lot. Amazing. Really
yeah,
fun.
I'm
yeah,
excited for them.
yes, me
Okay.
too.
Bye.
So thank you all for joining us and have a good evening and come back again. See you later.